Today on Rappler. The heat index in Iba, Zambales reaches a scorching 53 degrees Celsius, the highest temperature recorded in 2024. DepEd suspends face-to-face classes in public schools due to extreme heat. The Philippine military is monitoring an unresponsive Chinese research vessel off the coast of Catanduanes. Police arrest pro-Palestinian protesters across universities in the United States. London-based indie band PrEP returns to Manila for a concert. And pop star Taylor Swift dominates US and UK charts with her new album, The Tortured Poets Department. The heat index in Iba, Zambales reaches a scorching 53 degrees Celsius on Sunday, April 28, the highest Weather Bureau Pagasa has recorded so far for 2024. The heat index, or the temperature perceived by the body, is measured using air temperature and relative humidity. Here are the highest figures released by Pagasa on Sunday. Pagasa provides heat index figures daily. It classifies the figures based on potential effects on people's health. Classes have been suspended in various parts of the Philippines in recent weeks due to high heat index levels. Meantime, private companies are providing potable water to villages in Bacolod and Iloilo due to rising temperatures and worsening water scarcity. This after the El Niño phenomenon put the entire Iloilo city under a state of calamity on April 22 due to a water shortage. The Education Department suspends in-person classes in all public schools in the Philippines from April 29 to 30 due to extreme heat and a planned nationwide transportation strike. The DepEd says all teaching and non-teaching staff are not required to report physically to their stations. This as heat indices reach up to 50 degrees Celsius nationwide as El Niño exacerbates sweltering heat, making it harder for students to learn. Thousands of schools have suspended classes due to the heat, affecting more than 3.6 million students. Students and teachers express concerns about difficulties in remote education, especially in poorer areas where homes are not conducive to studying and may lack good internet connectivity. Meantime, the Cavite provincial government will shift to a 4-day work week with work hours from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. to lessen the exposure of its workers to the excessive heat. The Armed Forces of the Philippines is monitoring an unauthorized Chinese-flagged research vessel spotted northeast of Viga, Catanduanes. According to the latest reports from southern Luzon, the vessel named Shenkuo was lying to in the area and had no personnel on the main deck. The AFP says the ship was first monitored on April 25, 60.9 nautical miles east of Rapu-Rapu Island in Albay. There have been several failed attempts to communicate with the ship using regular radio channels, indicating a lack of responsiveness or willingness to engage. The AFP says it remains vigilant. The unauthorized presence of the Chinese-flagged research vessel comes as tensions between China and the Philippines continue to rise. The Philippines also just kicked off its yearly war games with the United States. More pro-Palestinian protesters were arrested in U.S. university campuses on Saturday, April 27, as activists demand a ceasefire in Israel's war with Hamas. Protesters are demanding that their schools divest from companies involved with Israel's military, as well as an end to U.S. military assistance for Israel. They also ask that students and faculty be given amnesty after being disciplined or fired for protesting. The Indiana University Police Department in Bloomington said 23 protesters were arrested there. Massachusetts State Police said 102 protesters who refused to leave were arrested in Northeastern University in Boston. At Arizona State University, campus police arrested 69 protesters early Saturday. Pro-Palestinian protests have spread to college campuses across the U.S., stoked by last week's arrest of over 100 people on Columbia University's campus and 45 people in Yale. PrEP returns to Manila for a one-night concert on Tuesday, May 7 at the Philinvest tent in Alabang, Muntinlupa City. Known for hits like Pictures of You, Cheapest Flight, and its cover of Harry Styles' As It Was, the London-based alternative indie band will be marking its 5th time in the country with its May 7 show. Tickets for PrEP's May 7 show cost 3,260 pesos for general admission early bird and 4,330 pesos for general admission regular. Reminiscing about their last Manila gig organized by Carpus Multimedia, PrEP says it was one of their loudest gigs where everyone was singing along all throughout the show. PrEP recently released single Getaway featuring Thai singer Pum Vifurit. Pop megastar Taylor Swift sells 2.61 million albums and streaming units of the Tortured Poets Department during its first week of release in the US. Billboard on Sunday, April 28, calls the feat, quote, a gigantic debut at number 1 on the Billboard 200 albums chart. The Tortured Poets Department is also the top-selling album so far in 2024. It is Taylor's 14th chart-topping album, tying with Jay-Z for the most number ones among soloists. Taylor released the first 16 tracks of Poets on April 19 and surprised fans 2 hours later by revealing it was a double album with 15 more songs. She also tops the British music charts on Friday, April 27, beating the Beatles for the record of fastest artist to rack up 12 UK number 1 albums. Taylor will resume her Eras tour, the highest-grossing concert tour in history, in Paris in May. And that's today's wrap. I'm Nina Liu. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rapplers, YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.